The Bolero has been Mahindra's highest selling car for more than a decade. Perhaps why the latest product from the brand not only gets the Bolero name but also tries to be a practical offering. Yes, the name is Bolero Neo, but clearly under all the updates it's a TUV 300. Essentially a facelift of the TUV, the car comes with several changes both on the outside and inside. The silhouette of the Bolero Neo largely reminds you of the TUV 300, but yes, the face definitely now more appealing than before, especially with this chrome laden grille. With all these vertical slats, looks nice, makes the car look more premium. Then you look at the bumper, redesigned, more curves, again looks nicer. New headlamps along with these horizontal DRLs also adds to the appeal. Then you come to the profile. 15-inch 5-spoke alloys, squarish wheel arches, very important for wannabe SUVs. This nice strip that runs across the door handles all the way to the rear. And finally the side step, something that always adds to the appeal. At the rear, the tailgate mounted spare wheel gets a nice looking cover finished in silver. However, this color of the cover along with chrome inserts on grille, static bending headlamps and alloy wheels are only available on the top of the line N10 trim of the car. In all, there are 6 body colors to choose from. Inside you get a new fabric on the seats while the dashboard design now looks more contemporary. Overall, the idea is to give a more premium looking interior than what is offered with the Bolero or what came in the TUV 300. So I can adjust the height of the driver's seat and also have the comfort of an armrest, but only on this top N10 trim. Also available only on this top trim is the 7-inch touchscreen system that we are sort of now familiar with in many Mahindra cars. You can also control some features on this system through the Mahindra BlueSense app. And finally, the twin pod, mostly analog instrument cluster is the same on all the variants, but you do get a small multi-information display in the center. The second row gets decent amount of legroom, but once again features like ISOFIX child seat mounts and center armrest are available only on the top trim. Overall, the cabin does feel premium enough when compared to some other subcompact SUVs sold in the market. A sub 4 meter car, the third row will mostly be not very welcoming unless you are a kid. That's the case with this car as well. Just like the TUV 300 side facing seats, struggling with headroom and shoulder room here. But the more worrying part is that there are no seat belts on these side facing seats, not even lap belts. That could be a bit of a concern when it comes to safety. You want more luggage space, fold these seats and get around 384 liters. The Bolero Neo is built on the third generation Scorpio chassis, which is mated to a rear wheel drive setup. The 1.5 litre diesel engine remains the same as was seen earlier on the TUV 300 and is now seen on cars like the XUV 300 and the Marazzo. For the time being, the car will be offered with just a 5-speed manual gearbox. Let's talk about the figures on this 1.5 litre diesel engine in its BS6 iteration. So the power remains the same at 100 bhp, but there is a significant improvement in the torque figure. So what you get now is 216 Newton meters, which is roughly 20 Nm more than before, and you get it between 1750 and 2250 RPM. Now essentially what that does is, the way it helps is that the need to do frequent gear shifts, especially at lower speeds, like where I am right now, is not so much. So that helps. Apart from that, the throws also are not very long, so that's nice. But yes, the smoothness is somewhat missing. This gear shift can definitely be a bit smoother. We didn't get a chance to drive the car at high speeds, but there was no lack of feedback on the steering at lower speeds. The clutch travel meanwhile is longish, something we have gotten used to when it comes to diesel cars from Mahindra. The Bolero Neo also gets a smart hybrid setup which just takes the fuel efficiency figure a wee bit up. The eco modes in the drivetrain and on the air conditioner system also help in the cause. Though Mahindra has still not told us about the exact figures, we know that this has always been a frugal motor. Now there's a reason why Mahindra wanted us to sample the Bolero Neo on an off-road track like this one, despite this not being an all-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive vehicle. And that is the presence of mechanical locking differential on this vehicle. Now essentially what it does is that it bails you out of slightly tricky situations like this one by giving more traction to the wheels when engaged. All you need is a difference of around 100 RPM between the two wheels, and the system engages itself automatically. Talking about safety, apart from ISOFIX mounts, the Bolero Neo gets dual airbags, ABS with EBD, and cornering brake control as standard. Overall, lack of seat belts in the third row do stick out like a sore thumb, given that the company has been a big adopter of safety features in cars recently. The Neo has been launched starting at 8,48,000 rupees ex-showroom, while the N10 is priced at 9,99,000 rupees. The price for the N10 variant with multi-terrain tech is still not out. This makes it one of the more affordable diesel subcompact SUVs. As a reference, the Ford EcoSport is priced between 8,89,000 rupees and 11,19,000 rupees for the diesel model. Neo's cousin, the XUV300, is priced between 9 lakh and 12,66,000 rupees for the diesel manual. This has kept the prices within the reach of many, especially looking at the name Bolero, which has always been associated with the value for money tag.